want to take a peek behind the curtain, go under the hood for Ohio State, and take a look at some schematics. Okay, so first of all, you got to understand what they struggled with, and in particular in the first couple of weeks. I was hard on their run game, rightly so in some regard, and then Kyle McCord and his development. Those are two things that had to improve over the first 3 weeks of the season to get them ready for this moment going on the road to South Bend to face Notre Dame. Let's start with the run game, and more specifically, they did a poor job, in particular in short yardage, but really in general, of getting to the second level. It's really important that you get targeted and get hats to the second level. So let's take a look at this first play, okay? This is a short yardage play against Indiana. Now, they're in what I would consider 12 personnel, which means you got 2 tight ends, wide receiver on the other. They got 1 more wide receiver and 1 back. Now, the main guys that you've got to focus on in the short yardage are these 2 tackles and this linebacker. Okay, so this tackle, this guard, and this center right here have got to take care of that triangle right there if you want to get the short yardage play. So the double team happens between the guard and the center, and then that A gap is going to be cleaned up by this guard coming off of his double team and getting up to the second level. He's got to give a strong right hand and now get up to the second level, but he never does. So the guard is late getting to the second level, and guess what happens? Bam! It's uncovered. A late turn from the guard, the linebacker is in the hole, and now you don't get the first down. It's a little thing, but it becomes very important. So they're stopped on 3rd down. Let's take another look at a different play, and now that's kind of a zone scheme. Now let's go to what I would consider is a gap scheme. Now, in a gap scheme, the main block, in particular, if you've got a guy that's considered like a 6 technique, this defensive end, the main block is the tight end, and that's the block that everyone's going to read. Okay, so his block, he's got to engage and try to work his guy one way or the other. The first option is that everyone's going to go inside of that block and get up to the middle linebacker. The second option is he mashes him all the way down. You go outside with this gap scheme. You're going to pull the guard and this fullback, and they're going to lead for the back. So there's the block. Now he is engaging him, and he's doing a good job in a man-to-man. Now the guard has to make a decision. Am I going inside or outside? And he stops and pauses for a moment before deciding late to go outside. I think he should have gone inside to the linebacker. If he goes inside, this back, if you look from this back angle, is going to be one-on-one with number 20, the safety. You're going to get the first down, and it's going to be a big play. But going outside in particular with some indecision allows the linebacker to shoot through and stop him. I get excited when I watch film. These are important details, and they're small details that have to get corrected. If you take a look at the film against Western Kentucky, you'll see that they did a better job getting to the second level. All right, this is an important note because against Notre Dame, you better make sure that you're covering up those linebackers, that the double team is getting movement and you're coming off of that double team up to the linebacker. So let's take a look at this play against Western Kentucky. And while it's a little bit of a different situation and scheme, I want you to look at the engagement up front, the winning of the line of scrimmage, and then how the linemen get up to the second level. And you're going to see these linebackers from Western Kentucky get engaged. Now, this is not a big, outstanding run, but it is an example of moving the line of scrimmage right there and then getting to the second level. You see engage. The linebackers are blocked, and now the back has clear lanes where he can choose where to run. I don't think it was a great cut from the back, but you see it's a positive gain. That's how you get 4 or 5 yards on first down, and now it's 2nd and 4. You can throw play action. You can throw the ball when you want to and not when you have to. But the important piece is that the offensive line has to get targeted and get up to the second level. So they were able to correct that for the most part. They ran the ball, I would say, much more effectively against Western Kentucky than they did in the first week against Indiana, namely because the offensive line did a better job in their double teams of getting up to the second level. Those small details are why sometimes the run game succeeds and sometimes it doesn't. Now let's shift to the quarterback. Okay, so Kyle McCord is now going to make his 4th start overall. When you make your first start, you're going to improve drastically from your first start to your second start. And then you're going to make another drastic improvement from your second start to your third start. Why is that? Because you make easy, fixable mistakes. I think I said that right. You're going to make mistakes as a young quarterback. Now, you hope that you're still going to win the game and still play well, which for the most part he did. But I'm going to show you some easy mistakes. And you're going to look at it and you're going to think to yourself like, well, geez, why didn't he complete the ball? Well, because he's young. He's making his second start of his life in college football. But the important part is that when you make those mistakes, you go back and you learn from them. So has he learned? Has he grown in these first 3 starts in his college career? Let's take a look. First, a mistake. This is a 4 wide receiver set, and it's an easy concept where you got a one-on-one down low, you've got a control route in the middle of the field, you've got a flat and a curl. It's very simple. If he gets one-on-one on the bottom of the screen, he's going to try to throw it to Marvin Harrison. If not, he's going to go play the concept. He's got control, middle field control, and then a flat curl concept on the outside. So the first thing he's got to do is, do I have a one-on-one on the bottom one-on-one side? No, I've got 2 players covering Marvin Harrison. So he's immediately, rightly so, up onto the foundation. So now he's got the middle control route, he's got a curl, and he's got a flat. The flat defender runs with the flat right here, okay? So in my book, this guy's covered easily, and you've got a first down right there. It's 3rd down. It's an easy curl completion. What does he do? I mean, this is as simple as it gets, folks. He forces the ball to the inside control route who's covered. If I'm watching that film, I'm thinking to myself, oh gosh, we got to work on that. That has to be corrected. Now, how is it corrected? It's corrected by teaching the quarterback that you don't have to lock on a wide receiver. Let the defense be your guide. Let the defense tell you where to throw the ball. Because the defense will tell you, and then you can, here's the old adage, take what the defense gives. All you've got to do is work your offense. Work through the way that you've been taught. Don't stick on one receiver. Don't make a predetermined throw in your mind and then stick with it with your eyes plastered on that player. Okay, so then you're as a quarterback, you're taught that all week, and it's harped on. Okay, use the offense. Just operate the system. Well, did he do it? Okay, let's go to Western Kentucky. Okay, so now we're inside the 20-yard line. Here's what we're going to have. We're going to have a swing screen to the left side, okay? That little tight end is going to block out there, and really the read is this outside linebacker. If he comes to the quarterback, then he's going to throw the swing. If he peels off of the quarterback and goes to the back, then he comes down to the bottom foundation where he's got a little lookie and a slant on the bottom side. Okay, so that's the read. How does he operate this? Well, let's look and see. Kyle McCord is going to receive the snap and immediately look to his left. He sees that the linebacker is peeling off. So what does he do? He doesn't predetermine where he's going to throw it. He uses his offense. Let the defense tell you where to throw the ball. He comes back to his right. Guess what? It's wide open. Guys, that looks simple, and it's like, Joel, that's a nondescript play. No, it's improvement from what he was earlier in the season. Quarterbacking can be really easy because guess what? You just have to use the system. Everyone says like, oh, I don't want to be a system quarterback. Why? Tom Brady was a system quarterback. Every great quarterback is a system quarterback because you've got to utilize the system in order to make quality plays. Now, when big plays arrive and you've got to make those, yeah, you got to make them. And we've seen him hit shots down the field. But the little stuff, 3rd downs, little stuff inside the 20-yard line, you got to play disciplined, detailed football and let your eyes take you to where the defense is giving you a throw. And he definitely improved on that from one week to the other. Last thing that I would say is just his numbers have improved every single week. So I just want to take you through a statistical very quickly. Every single week as a starter, you see him getting better. Kyle McCord, 60%, 70%, 82%. His yards have gone up. He throws the pick early, then it's 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is the mark of a guy being taught well in the classroom and then taking that teaching to the field and improving the way that he plays every single week. And we'll see how that pays off for them this week against Notre Dame. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.